What are the trade-offs for deflationary tokens? Like, what do you think works so well in favor of PLS, PLSX, stuff like that? What is the good part of that?
Yeah. So when you look at PLSX, for instance, PLSX, if you would design the perfect cryptocurrency, you would arrive at PLSX. Because the upside of having inflation in a cryptocurrency is the fact that you can place payout staking rewards to people. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is people buying and holding for a longer period of time. That is all that matters in crypto. Everything else is meme, like Richard Heart says. Yeah. So the reason staking works so well is you incentivize people to hold the token. So when you have a deflationary token, usually there are not any staking rewards linked to that. The fact that PLSX has staking rewards on a deflationary token is pretty much the best tokenomics you can ever get. So the only trade-off of having like a non-inflationary token is that you don't have the staking narrative to keep people in the project. But I'm not a fan of inflation, to be honest. Hex is the only one that can kind of pull it off, but most inflationary tokens are just wrecked. At the moment the hype dies down and the hype dies down and the narrative dies down, they have no tokenomics that kind of support the price, and they just print and print and print. Look at PancakeSwap. That's a perfect example.
Yeah. So Hex kind of has to inflate, right? I mean, for Hex to work in that system, it needs to inflate, 3.69% and all that stuff.
Correct. I think the actual inflation was 2.9%. I saw it on like a Wales only stream. Okay. And it's fine. Like Hex is the only one that can actually pull it off because it rewards stakers for protecting the price. But in most things, it's just like you get it every day and you can just dump down the price and it's infinite sell pressure. Same way miners work for Bitcoin or miners for Ethereum. Right. That was a big realization for me, like the way miners work and the fact that they are pushing so much sell pressure into the market day after day after day after day. And at that point, I was like, this is wild. Like you need this much buy pressure just to kind of make sure that the miners don't dump the price. So that's just break even buy pressure. And then you have to go above that to get price appreciation. That was a big breakthrough I had.
Yeah. So what are the criticisms of DeFi? Like, why isn't every token deflationary? We're going to run out of tokens. And Richard always said, if we do fork the network, add a zero, blah, blah, blah. If you have a high supply, is it just, is that criticism more towards a low supply deflationary coins or just low supply in general? Or like, what are the criticisms of high supply deflationary tokens?
Good question. I don't like there are arguments for deflation in economic situations like countries and stuff like that, where it wouldn't really make sense. And there's some arguments to have there. But when it comes to like code and crypto, I think there is no downside to having deflation other than you don't reward stakers. But PLSX, you have both.
Yeah, so not rewarding stakers. So in deflationary systems like PLS, PLSX and stuff, we have staking, at least in PLSX, and does that kind of make up for some of the even the people point at it and say, it doesn't do this, doesn't do that. It's deflationary. This is going to go poorly. All this stuff. Does the staking aspect kind of make up for some of that stuff too?
I'm not sure. Has anybody ever said that with the deflationary thing? Interesting. What the hell?
I wouldn't know
I wouldn't know of any downside. Like the whole there will never be enough to buy on the DEX is dumb because DEXs you can buy forever. You can literally buy 0.000001 PLSX for $1 million because it's just infinitely divisible. It's interesting, yeah. I never heard that argument. Yeah. In economies, it makes sense that deflationary could be bad, but like in crypto, man, I think there's only upside to it, in my opinion.